Ano po, may ano po siya, yung may heart condition din po siya at saka po ano po, bali nagpadala po siya ng letter po dito. Hindi ko lang po nabasa kung ano yung iba pang content.
Mr. Chair, the letter excuse of Mrs. Diskaya is totally unacceptable. Ang sabi niya, meron siyang meeting. This hearing is of national interest. Huwag niyang lulukohin itong hearing na ito. Huwag niyang bababuyin itong hearing na ito. Dahil the Filipino people are watching.
Your Honor, humihingi po ako ng pasensya po sa inyo. Wala po akong intention talaga magsinungaling, pero yung misis ko po kasi talaga ay madalas po, may sakit po talaga siyang diabetes. At
Mr. Chair,
You lied.
If I
You
may.
lied. Paano ba kami maniniwala sa mga pinagsasabi mo?
There's no objection. So, Mr. Diskaya, you are cited in contempt of this committee. Who will answer?
Mr. Diskaya, I suppose.
Your Honor, yung misis ko po ay nagpadala po dito ng ano ng excuse letter po. Na hindi po siya makakarating dahil po sa mga valid reason po.
Mr. Chair, if I may, what is the valid reason?
Bali ano po, may ano po siya, yung may heart condition din po siya at saka po ano po, bali nagpadala po siya ng letter po dito. Hindi ko lang po nabasa kung ano yung iba pang content.
Thank
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, meron bang medical certificate to prove and establish na talagang valid yung kanyang ailment? Dahil baka mamaya gawa-gawa lang itong valid umano na
Okay,
reason.
for the record, and for the information of everybody, sumulat po si Mrs. Diskaya, eto, the Honorable Chairperson, so forth and so on, subject inability to attend the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers and so forth and so on. Tapos, relative to the letter invitation dated September 15, issued by your good office, which I received via electronic mail today, September 17 at 5:41 p.m., I deeply regret to inform you that I will be unable to attend the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigations, fourth public hearing scheduled for September 18 at 9 a.m. Or 9 in the morning. Regrettably, I have an important meeting with my employees on the day of the hearing to explain the problem that the company is facing now and the effects this has on them. This meeting was already scheduled before I received the Honorable Committee's invitation this late afternoon, and some of my employees will be coming from various places, thus I can no longer cancel the meeting set for tomorrow. As such, I'm sincerely sorry that I will be unable to attend the committee hearing. I fully understand the importance of the committee's work and the seriousness of the matter at hand. I hope that my absence shall in no way be construed as a reflection of my respect for the committee and its mission. I humbly request the committee's understanding and patience in this matter. Thank you very much for your consideration. Very truly yours, signed, Cesara Rowena C. Diskaya.
Mr. Chairman, with that letter, nagsisinungaling itong si Mr. Diskaya na meron daw karamdaman yung kanyang asawa.
And Mr. Chair, nanumpa ito to tell the truth, and dito harap-harapang nagsinungaling ka, binabastos mo kami, niloloko mo kami. Di ba? Huwag mo kami lokohin because the chairman has the power to cite you in contempt. I mean, do not do that. Iba yung sinasabi mo, medical condition. Kung may medical condition, sige nga, bigyan mo nga kami ng medical certificate. Iba yung sinasabi, mismo na misis mo eh. Di ba kayo nag-usap? Sana nag-usap muna kayong dalawa. Ano bang palusot ang gagawin natin, sweetheart or darling?
Mr. Chair,
You lied.
if I
You
may.
lied. Paano ba kami maniniwala sa mga pinagsasabi mo?
Senator Estrada is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The letter excuse of Mrs. Diskaya is totally unacceptable. Ang sabi niya, meron siyang meeting. This hearing is of national interest. Huwag niyang lulukohin itong hearing na ito. Huwag niyang bababuyin itong hearing na ito. Dahil the Filipino people are watching. We are here to ferret out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yung sinasabi ni Mrs. Diskaya na meron siyang meeting, For me and I think for all of us, that is totally unacceptable. Kung meron siya sakit, okay lang. But provide us with a medical certificate.
Yeah, what is the pleasure of the members of the committee?
Mr. Chairman,
In this regard.
may I? Well,
Yeah, Senator Pangilinan.
why will we ask for a medical certificate when clearly he is lying because the wife has already said?
Again, the chair asks, what is the pleasure of the members?
I-contempt, Mr. Chair.
Is that a motion?
I seconded, Mr. Chair.
Kindly raise a motion.
I-contempt, Mr. Chair. I want
Move, Mr. Chair.
I want us
Mr.
to
Chair?
file him in contempt for lying. Kasi
okay.
Mr. Chair, quickly lang.
Ganito na muna, no? Ipasyokos na muna natin. Just to adhere to due process, the chair will advise the members to just issue a shokos order. And if not satisfactorily given or explained, then we will
Okay.
just cite her in contempt.
Mr. Chair,
Chair,
if I
Chairman.
may, maybe
Mr.
we
Chair.
can, Mr. Chair, if I may, maybe we can ask Mr. Diskaya why he should not be cited in contempt.
Your Honor,
No, but the subject of this motion is Mrs. Diskaya. So, and she's not here.
Mr. Chairman,
Who are we citing in contempt of the committee?
the one who is lying, Mr.
The,
Chairman.
Mr. Diskaya.
Yes.
So please explain.
Your Honor, humihingi po ako ng pasensya po sa inyo. Wala po akong intention talaga magsinungaling, pero yung misis ko po kasi talaga ay madalas po, may sakit po talaga siyang diabetes at saka meron po talaga siyang hypertension. At katunayan nga po, marami po siyang mga maintenance po na gamot na ginagamit. Opo.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Senator Ontiveros.
lalo akong nalilito sa show cause ni Mr. Diskaya kung bakit hindi nyo po siya dapat i-cite in contempt for lying. Iba po ang heart condition sa diabetes, iba rin po yon sa hypertension, at lalong iba sa mag-a-absent sa hearing natin dahil lamang may meeting siya. So, lalo siya
Okay,
pong
yeah.
nalulunod sa baha nung mga mali-maling sagot
taken,
po
well
niya,
noted,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, may we go back to the original motion, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, ito lang sa akin simple lang. Very inconsistent yung mga pinagsasabi nitong si Mr. Diskaya. And then pangalawa, mag-asawa sila, imposible hindi niya alam, hindi sila nag-uusap tungkol doon sa health conditions ng silang dalawang magkasama. Very clear for me na tulad nga sinabi ni Senator Erwin, pinagluloko tayo nito, ginagawa tayong parang mga bata rito.
There's a motion to cite in contempt of the committee, Mr. Diskaya. Any objection?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Senator Marcoleta.
na-override na po ba yung proposal nyo na shokos muna o
No, he has already explained. Because he's the subject of the contempt citation or the motion at least, no? So we can rule on that.
To be consistent, Mr. Chair, isite na rin natin for contempt si Yusek Cabral at saka si Secretary Remulla. Wala rin sila rin.
They're not here, so they will be issued chokos orders. But in the case of Mr. Diskaya, he's already here, he's already explained, and it's up to the members of the committee to decide whether or not satisfactory yung kanyang explanation. But yes, we will issue Shokos orders to the persons mentioned by the Honorable Marcoleta.
Pero mamaya, Mr. Chair, meron ako mga katanungan sa kanya na makukontempt talaga to. Kahit anong mangyari before the end of
Hindi
this
na,
hearing,
meron ng
he will-
pending motion.
he will be cited.
We'll rule on that.
Sinisiguro ko
Alright.
makukontempt ito mamaya, Mr. Chair.
Well,
Kung hindi tayo makukontempt dito sa pagsinungaling niya dahil dun sa kanya misis, dito may hawak ng mga dokumento na makukontempt tong taon to at the end of the day.
The Senate President is recognized.
Yes, okay. I think your pending motion is not to cite him in contempt. It doesn't necessarily mean that we will be deciding on what to do with him after that. It's just merely citing in contempt for lying. So we'll take it at that at this point, then perhaps discuss later on what the decision of the committee is. But in the meantime, I'm giving up my 3 minutes to Senator Rizal.
Not
Point
yet,
of inquiry.
Senate President.
Point of inquiry, Mr. Chairman.
I would like to clarify with Senator Marcoleta if he raised an objection because I didn't quite get it.
no, I'm not raising any objection.
Thank you, Senator
Point of
Marcoleta.
inquiry.
So let's rule first on the motion, pending motion, before anybody else talks. No. So there's no objection. So Mr. Diskaya, you are cited in contempt of this committee.
Point of inquiry, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Senator Bam.
Mr. Chairman, what is the penalty for not following a subpoena? Because as far as I know, Mr. Chairman, some of the resource speakers here are under subpoena. Pwede po bang magbigay lang ng excuse letter kahit nakasubpoena po kayo?
Well, it depends on the committee. The committee decides on that as a collegial body.
May I know that the contractors are under subpoena. Are the DPWH and the others also under subpoena, Mr. Chairman? Just to clarify, sino po ba yung nakasubpoena dito?
Director General, can you address the question raised by Senator Bam?
Mr. Chairman, before he is recognized, just
Senator Pangilinan is recognized.
just to respond to the question, if they have been subpoenaed and they have not appeared, then they will be asked to explain why they should not be cited either in contempt or that they be that a warrant of arrest be issued for them to be compelled to attend. That's the process now that we are observing.
Hindi ko naintindihan masyado.
No, if they have been subpoenaed and they fail to appear, then they are given the opportunity to explain why they should not be either cited.
And it is up to the body
arrested.
to decide whether the explanation is valid or not.
That is correct.
That is correct. That is correct. So there's a pending motion. No. The chair has already ruled on the motion. So you're hereby cited in contempt of the committee, Mr. Diskaya.
All right, so Mr.
Chair?
Senator De La Rosa.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since the motion was already acted upon by the chairman, another motion coming from this humble representation that if Mrs. Diskaya was subpoenaed and he failed to be present here today with a very, very lame excuse, can this humble representation move for the citing in contempt of Mrs. Diskaya?
She's not here, so we'll issue a show cause order first.
Show cause order. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Chairman, according to the Secretary of the committee, the contractors named were subpoenaed, no, but the officials were not. They were merely invited. You know ba?
All were invited
All were invited.
because none has been absent yet. But
Oo.
we issued a subpoena to
Sige.
Diskaya.
Please say it into the microphone.
We issued, your committee issued a subpoena to Sistecom to address to Pacifico Diskaya about the ledger that he was talking about in one of his testimony. Now he has sent a letter saying that while he may be here, he cannot comply because he still has to read those and he has to consult a lawyer about how to dispose of that so-called ledger.
Let us
Mr. Chair.
proceed. No, Senator Ontiveros, you have 5 or 8 minutes. Actually, you have 7 minutes and 25 seconds. 25 ba? Tama ba? Oh, 25. Tama.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. But before my time starts ticking, just to follow up, kung pinapresent kay Mr. Diskaya yung ledger niya, and he said that kailangan niya magkonsulta sa abogado, I think he has legal counsel here. Maybe he should answer to the committee, but hindi pa niya pinipresenta yung ledger na hiningi ng committee, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Diskaya.
Your Honor, I invoke my right po against self-incrimination po. Yan po yung advice po sa akin ng lawyer ko.
Go ahead, Senator Ontiveros. You may
Thank you.
proceed.
Yes, Mr.
Just
Chair.
on that point, because iba yung, with the permission of the chairman, very quickly lang, because Iba yung sinabi niya dun sa explanation niya, ngayon nag-i-invoke siya ng right against self-incrimination. So pabago-bago na naman ang kanyang posisyon. Sabi niya din sa sulat sa Blue Ribbon Committee, ikukonsulta muna niya yung lawyer niya dahil kailangan pa niyang pag-aralan. Ngayon, panibago. Maybe he should put in writing that invocation also, Mr. President, just to respond to the earlier inconsistency do sa sulat niya. Pabago-bago, Mr. President.
Can we defer decision on this particular issue so we can proceed? Because
Yes,
some resource persons need to get out or leave by noon time. So, Senator Rizon Taveros, you may proceed.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. At maraming salamat, Senate President, para sa mga dagdag na minuto. Secretary Dizon, umamin dati yung DPWH NCR sa komite na walang koordinasyon ang daan-daang flood control project sa Quezon City na kailan lang ay lubog sa baha. Ulat ng Quezon City LGU ngayong linggo sa 331 flood control projects mula 2022 lamang hanggang 2025 na worth 17 billion pesos, dalawa lang ang may koordinasyon na aprobado ng lungsod. Imagine po, dalawa lang sa 331 projects. Wala pang 1%. Ang sumunod sa dinevelop na flood control master plan ng Quezon City. May mga proyekto tuloy na imbes makabawas sa baha, nagdulot pa ng mas malaking baha sa mga daan, kalsada, bahay, opisina, pati paaralan. May ghost projects din daw na hindi makita ni mahanap ng LGU kahit ngayon. So, Secretary, may sinusunod ba ang DPWH na iisang master plan sa paggawa ng bawat flood control project sa bansa?
Wala po.
Oh my God, wala. So, bakit gumagawa ng mga proyekto ang DPWH na hindi dumaan sa koordinasyon o konsultasyon sa LGU tulad sa Quezon City na may ordinansa ha, Mr. Chair, Ordinance number 2939 series of 2020. Ordinansa na nagsasabi na kailangan ang koordinasyon.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, yan din po ang katanungan namin. No? In fact, I will go a step further, Mr. Chairman. Ni plano po wala eh. Sabi ko nga po, every time po mag-inspection kami, ang una pong tinatanong ko pag sa site mismo, pag nakausap ko po yung contractor, subcontractor, foreman, ang hinihingi ko po kagad plano, patingin ng plano. In almost all cases, wala pong maipakita sa aming plano. Sabi ko nga po, Mr. Chair, Madam Senator, kahit nga po maliit na bahay, kailangan ng plano bago ka magpagawa. Siguro naman po itong mga daang milyong flood control projects dapat may plano. Wala po silang mapakita. Kaya po, kasama po ito sa aming ongoing investigation kung bakit po pinapayagan ito at paano po nakakalusot ito dito sa napakaraming mga proyektong ito.
And for the record, Mr. Chair, sinabi na po ng Quezon City government, mayroon po silang flood control plan. Yan din po yung bahagi ng sagot ni Mayor Joy Belmonte dun sa alok ni Ramon Ang tungkol sa flood control. Pinasalamatan niya yon at sinabi, in fact, meron po kaming city flood control master plan na pwedeng makuha yung suporta mula sa private sector. Pero mula sa gobyerno mismo, bakit may master plan itong syudad at may 331 projects na iginawa ang DPWH, NCR, Quezon City, pero dalawa lang ang coordinated. And I'm only guessing coordinated sa master plan. Ganyan din po ba ang kalakaran, Secretary, Mr. Chair, sa ibang mga syudad o lalawigan tulad ng Bulacan at iba pa?
Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, we are seeing a very, very similar pattern in every area that we visit and in every report that we get. There is little to zero coordination with the local governments, with the province, much less the regional development councils. And just on the master plan po, meron pong the latest finished plan po na meron sa aking pagkakaalam ay nung 2013 No, meron pong plano, meron pong integrated master plan for flood control noong 2013. At meron din pong ongoing ngayon ginagawa ang JICA at ang World Bank. Ongoing po ito at ito po'y matatapos pa lang sa susunod na taon. Yun lang po ang nakita naming mga master plan o ginagawang master plan pagpasok po natin 2 weeks ago.
At yung pong latest finished plan 2013, para po yon sa NCR o bansa o Quezon City? Secretary?
NCR po.
NCR po.
At yun din pong ginagawa ngayon ay NCR din po, ang ginagawa ng World Bank at ng JICA.
So yung ongoing JICA World Bank Master Plan, matatapos nila by 2026 para din sa NCR. Wala po ba sa ibang mga rehiyon or para sa buong bansa natin? I recall, Mr. Chair, Secretary, na mayroon sa Central Luzon. Tama po ba yon?
Meron din pong ongoing din po ng Asian Development Bank ng 18 major river basins nationwide, no? Pero again, ongoing pa lang din po ito.
So, mali ba yung alaala ko na mayroong master plan para sa Central Luzon? I seem to remember having read na mayroon. And kung mayroon kasi, dapat sakop pati Bulacan. May reference, kung naalala ko, sa Pampanga River Basin, Mr. Chair, Secretary.
Kita po namin, and we can give a copy po to the committee and to the honorable senator of this.
Yes, please, Mr. Chair.
April 2013 master plan for flood management in Metro Manila and surrounding areas. So, meron din po sigurong kaunting Region 3 dito. I suspect baka meron pong Bulacan dito. Kakahanap pa lang po namin ito, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, and we will submit this po to the committee.
Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Chairman,
Yes,
with
Mr.
the
Chair.
with the permission of Senator Ontiveros.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Just
Senator Pangilinan is
yes, just
recognized.
very quickly yung information ng master plan. Can you give us a cost estimate of the completion of that master plan? Magkano yan? Kasi baka nga yung 2 taong flood control na nalustay enough to address itong 18 river basins and address the problem of potable water, irrigation, as well as flood control. Just to inform, submit the costing, estimated cost to us.
To clarify po, Mr. Chairman, cost po nung paggawa nitong master plan, hindi
No,
po
no,
yung,
no, no. The
o
cost-
yung mga proyekto.
If the plan is implemented, how much will it cost? How long will it take? Di ba may plano?
Senator Pangilinan, with due respect, may I remind you that you are only allowed one follow-up question unless
Yes,
Senator
sorry.
Tiberos opts not to reclaim her time.
My
Because it will be
apologies.
deducted.
It's all right, Mr. Chair. He may pursue this last follow-up question
so let
for now.
the clock move.
Mr. Chairman, I don't have the numbers right now. Kukunin ko po yun, pero very clear po yung instructions po ng committee. Bibigay po natin yung costas ng mga proyektong kasama dun sa master plan kung ito sana ay na-implement. Opo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. And importante po yan, Mr. Chair, kasi baka hindi lang doble, kundi triple ang gastos sa mamamayan nitong floodgates of corruption. Kasi yung proyekto na ginastosan, yung damage sa mga tao dahil binabaha pa rin kahit di umano may flood control projects, plus nga yung gastos din nitong mga pagbubuo ng master plan na dapat sana ay maasahang maipatupad. Could I add the request, Mr. Chair, to the Secretary, kung maaari nyo bang isumite sa komite mga kopya ng mga existing master plans for flood management for Metro Manila. So, yun po.
We will comply po.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you, Secretary, Mr. Chair. Dako naman po ako sa ngayon sa mga Diskaya sana, pero isa lang amang po dito, ay nandito. So, kay Mr. Curly Diskaya. Mr. Chair, mukha kasing yung modus ng BGC Boys na ibinansag ninyo sa Bulacan ay hindi isolated case. Yung mga contractor nasangkot sa flood control project sa Quezon City, pamilyar na po sa atin. Napapa Sounds family kami ni Senator JV kanina. Wow Builders, IM Construction Corporation, syempre ang walang kamatayang St. Timothy at Alpha and Omega. So, Mr. Diskaya, sinabi niyo po sa affidavit ninyo na hindi maiiwasan magbayad sa mga regional directors at district engineers ng DPWH para makakuha ng projects. Wow, no? Sabi nyo pa ay nagbabayad kayo ng from 10 to 25% sa DPWH. Kinailangan nyo rin bang magbayad ng SOP para makakuha ng projects doon naman sa Quezon City?
Your Honor, hindi po. Bali, kami po ay nilalapitan lang po pag once na may award na po at saka lang po kami nilalapitan. At ayaw po naming magbigay, Your Honor. Kaya lang po, ay napapressure lang po kami.
So hindi tama yung unang sagot nyo na hindi kayo nagbabayad. Kasi yung huling sinabi nyo ngayon ay ayaw nyo sana pero nape-pressure kayo. So, suma total, nagbabayad din po kayo kahit sa project sa Quezon City.
Labag po sa kalooban po namin pero ano po kasi magkakaroon po ng problema po ang collection po namin at saka yung mga projects po namin.
So labag sa kalooban nyo pero dahil gusto nyong makakolekta, dahil ayon sa inyo hindi daw kayo makakakolekta kung hindi kayo nagbabayad. Again, suma total Mr. Chair, nagbabayad pa rin kayo.
Labag po sa kalooban namin, Your Honor.
Labag man sa kalooban Mr. Chair o kusa, nagbabayad kayo, tama?
Napipilitan lang po kami, Your Honor.
Pwede bang palitan yung verb? Wag na yung labag o napipilitan. Nagbabayad kayo, tama?
Kinukuha po nila sa amin, Your Honor, yung...
Mr. Chair,
Hindi naman kayo hino-hold up,
I think
Mr.
the question
Chair.
of Senator Risa is only answerable by yes or
Senator
no.
Estrada is recognized.
Yes, Mr.
Kindly
Chair.
address the chair if you want to interject.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I apologize. The question of Senator Ontiveros is only answerable by yes or no.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You answer, Senator Risa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So yes, nagbabayad kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, hindi kayo hino-hold up. Kayong nang-hold up sa taong bayan. Pag napatunayan namin lahat-lahat nitong mga flood control project scams. Okay, dyan po ba sa Quezon City, nagbibid din ba ang mga kumpanya ninyo laban sa isa't isa?
No po, Your Honor.
No?
I'm
Sa
speaking
naunang hearing, Mr. Diskaya, sinabi nyo or sinabi ni Ms. Diskaya, nagbibid-bidan ang mga kumpanya ninyo sa laban sa isa't isa kuno. Para matalo man yung iba, may mananalo sa kanila, panalo pa rin kayo.
Your Honor, nagugulahan lang po siya ng mga time po na yun. Pero sa records po namin, hindi po naglalabanan at nag-divest na po kami sa mga company po na yun. Bali, ako po yung Honor ay St. Gerard lang po ang aking company.
Mr. Diskaya, kanina ang sinasabi nyo, heart condition, diabetes, hypertension. Ngayon sinasabi nyo, naguguluhan lang siya. So, sasabihin nyo, ngayon gusto nyong pag-usapan yung mental health natin. Sir, please just answer the question. Nung nakaraang hearing, sinabi po ni Ms. Diskaya, on record po yan sa komite, na nagbibid against each other yung mga kumpanya niyo. Pinakita ko nga po yung calling cards ninyo sa siyam na komiting iyan. Sabi ng asawa niyo, nagbibid ang mga kumpanya ninyo sa isa't isa. So ganyan din ba ang kalakaran ng mga kumpanya niyo sa Quezon City?
Your Honor, sa record po namin, hindi po sila naglalabanan. At ang amin lang pong company doon ay yung St. Gerard lang po ang akin po. At yung sa miss ko naman po is Alpha lang.
2 kumpanya lang sa inyong mag-asawa. Pero yung mga kamag-anak nyo, ang controlling persons din dun sa iba pang mga kumpanya.
Your Honor, pero hindi po sila naglalabanan sa bidding.
So ano yung
record po
sabi nyo
namin.
may kalakaran kayo? Ano bang kalakaran ninyo sa Quezon City ng inyong mga kumpanya?
Sumasali po kami sa public bidding. Pag nakikita po namin sa PhilJeps, sumasali po kami para sa public bidding po.
Pero bakit sinabi nung asawa nyo na kahit pagkatapos mabasa nyo sa PhilJeps, nagko-compete, hindi lang isa, hindi lang dalawa ninyong mag-asawa, pero yung siyam na kumpanya ninyo sa isa't isa?
Your Honor, kinakabahan lang po siya at saka kinakabahan lang po siya pero sa record po namin wala po naglalabanan.
Sige, titignan ko ulit yung mga records ninyo ha, at tatanungin ko ulit si Ms. Diskaya pag nagpakita sila ulit sa susunod na hearing. Dahil mahirap pong magsabi ng one thing sa isang hearing at magsabi ng kabaliktaran nun sa susunod. Perjury po ang tawag doon dahil under oath po kayong mga resource persons. Ngayon, may mga nakausap o nilapitan din ba kayong regional directors at regional director at district engineers dito naman sa NCR?
Your Honor, wala po. Bali, sumasali po kami sa public bidding. Pag nakakita lang po kami ng mga public bidding na nakapost sa PhilJobs na invitation, tsaka lang po kami pumupunta at sumasali sa bidding.
At nagbayad din ba kayo ng 10 to 25% para makakuha ng proyekto?
Yan po ang pinipilit po nila kapag kami po ay na-awardan na po ng project at saka po sila nagdadatingan.
At pag nagdadatingan sila at pinipilit kayo, nagpapapilit naman kayo, nagbabayad kayo.
Your Honor, wala po kami magawa kasi syempre po natatakot kami dahil nagkaroon na po kami ng mga karanasan na nami-mutual terminate po at nami-mutual terminate at saka nagkakaroon po ng right of way problem ang mga project po namin.
Pero nagbabayad kayo, 10 to 25% sa Quezon City.
Your Honor, yes po, Your Honor.
Yes, ay salamat. Isang consistent na sagot so far. Ngayon sir, doon sa inyong affidavit, Mr. Diskaya, doon po sa inyong affidavit, paano kayo nagbabayad sa mga opisyal? Gaya ng sinabi nyo. Cash ba yan lagi?
Cash po lagi.
Okay, cash lagi. So, nag-withdraw kayo ng malaking cash sa bangko?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yes. Magkano pinag-uusapan natin? Anong range ng bigayan?
Your Honor, I invoke my right po, Your Honor, kasi wala pa po akong protection po.
Sir, ang protection nyo ay magsabi kayo ng totoo, under oath. Kanina, inamin nyo na nagbabayad kayo ng 10 to 25% sa Quezon City. So, given yung range ng halaga ng mga proyekto nyo sa Quezon City, magkano ang range ng bigayan kapag kayo nagbabayad niyang 10 to 25%?
Senator, with the permission of Senator
Yes, Mr.
Veros,
Chair.
the Senate President is recognized.
Mr. Diskaya,
Mr.
bigyan ko kayo ng advice ha. This is not because I am a lawyer. It's because I have been here for ages, since 1992. Ay ako ang pinakamatandang senador dito eh. Sa term, hindi sa edad. Mas may edad sa akin yung katabi ko. Meron kayong legislative immunity, huwag kayong matakot. Pag sa hearing kayo nagsasalita, pwede nyo invoke legislative immunity, magsalita kayo. Huwag nyo sabihin yung against self-incrimination. Hindi. There is such thing inherent sa mga committees, yung legislative immunity yung tinatawag. Kung meron kayong gusto ipagtapat ninyo. Hindi pwedeng gamitin sa inyo pag sa hearing nyo sinabi. Makakatulong kayo sa amin at matutulungan din namin kayo. Yun ang gawin ninyo. Tanong sa abogado nyo, alam ng abogado nyo yan eh. Baka lang, ayaw nyo lang talaga sabihin yung dapat eh. Di ba? Huwag kayong matakot. At meron po kaming maibibigay sa inyong legislative immunity tinatawag.
Your Honor,
Salamat,
okay lang po
Mr.
ba?
Chair.
Itatanong ko lang po muna sa legal counsel ko po.
Mr.
1 minute suspension.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, no? I distinctly recall na nung araw nga na-question yung issue na yan eh because baka gamitin sa korte yung mga sinasabi ninyo rito. But it has always been implied, lalo na pagka hiniling nung resource person or nung witness. Pag hiniling niya na yung sasabihin niya ay hindi pwedeng gamitin sa kanya, pwede mo nang hindi gamitin yung self-incrimination na yan na sinasabi. So, just for the record, no? So there is no direct law, no? Pero ang naging practice, implied ang legislative immunity.
Yes, what the Senate
Once
President
requested, once
what the Senate President is saying is hindi po blanket yung legislative immunity. Pwede nyo invoke subject to the approval of the committee, pero kailangan mag-tell all kayo kung kayo bibigyan ng legislative. As the Senate President stated, wala pong batas kasi hindi covered ito, unlike in the United States, ano. Pero napapractice namin yan. Even during the time of Senator or Senate President Drilon. Wala naman pong nagko-question sa court. So it has been a practice for the longest time na pwede mag-grant ng legislative immunity ang committee. Any committee or standing committee for that matter. So it's up to you if you want to request the committee, if you want to invoke legislative immunity, then we will rule on it.
But also, Mr. Chairman, but also, it does not exempt you from perjury. Diba? It doesn't mean that you are exempted from perjury pagdating na pag ini-invoke yung legislative immunity. Kaya kailangan
Mr. Chair.
sasabi pa rin na totoo.
Mr. Chair,
Senator Marcoleta is recognized.
may I clarify that because Senate President said that by tradition, we can extend legislative immunity. But I think that is based on tradition that may not hold to any specific witness. That is why this representation, as early as last week, I think, suggested a modality that is based on the law itself, which is Republic Act 6981, where a potential witness can apply under the witness protection program of the law. I think this is the best remedy that any potential witness who wishes to come into the open, considering that he or she will be protected well by the law. Yun sana yung gusto nating tuntunin noon. Ako po ay nalulungkot wala yung Justice Secretary because before I floated that idea, I made sure that that one is something that we can rely on. I spoke to an Undersecretary of Justice. Pagkatapos, okay naman siya nung umpisa until he recommended or he suggested that the Secretary of Justice should also be consulted. So sabi ko, mas mabuti yung ganon. And then the Secretary of Justice called me personally. At ang sinabi nga niya, that is something that we can float. We can encourage people like that. Kasi pagkakaalam ko, ang Senado, magkabakas naman tayo. Kasi ngayon, we are pursuing the Whistleblower Act na sana'y maratify ng Senate as soon as possible. So sa aking pagkakaalam po, ay sinabi niya na this is a route that a potential witness can take. Of course, subject to the application kung siya ay eventually be admitted. Kung sakasakali namang hindi siya ma-admit, wala pong problema doon. However, sabi ko sa kanya, we need to go into the process, which he agreed. Ang naging problema lamang po, Mr. Chair, bigla kasi siyang gumawa ng parang press briefing na kung saan sinabi niya na before a particular, in this case, the Discayas can apply under the Witness Protection Program, kinakailangang magsoli po sila ng mga nakulimbat nila, which to my mind is not correct. Sapagkat kahit basahin po natin yung Section 10, na ito po yung applicable provision under the law, yun pong restitution or yung indemnification to the government, while it is a good policy, wala po dun eh. Walang requirement na ganun eh. Kaya nga, ang sabi ko, kung nandito sana siya, I could have confronted him personally. Magkaibigan naman po kami. Hindi ko malaman kung bakit siya tumaliwas doon sa usapan namin. At abogado naman siya, kayang-kanya namang basahin po either Section 3 or Section 10 of the law. Wala po talagang restitution eh. Kasi mag-a-apply pa lamang po kung sakasakaling ma-admit siya. In other words, the process must begin. Hindi nga po nangyari yung ganun eh. So sayang po yung pagkakataon na tuntunin yung remedy, which is very, very legitimate. under the law. So inconsistent po yung sinasabi natin ngayon na we can provide legislative immunity but they aren't
May
immune.
I respond,
from jury.
Senator Marcoleta?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Magkaiba po yung legislative immunity kesa do sa pagiging state witness. Yung legislative immunity does not extend to prosecution. Ang sinasabi lang natin, lahat ng sasabihin niya rito, maski incriminate niya yung sarili niya, hindi pwedeng gamitin sa kanya. Yun lang po yung legislative immunity. Yung sinasabi niyo po ay yung ma-admit sa Witness Protection Program at pwede siyang tanggapin ng DOJ bilang isang ordinary witness or as an accused na pwedeng i-discharge ng korte as a state witness.
Tama po,
Magkaiba
Mr.
po
Chair.
yun. Kaya
Tama
wag niyo
po.
pong pagaluin kasi
Hindi ko pinaghalo.
sandali lang po. Wala po tayong jurisdiction doon sa pag-admit sa Witness Protection Program. Under the law, pwede lang tayo mag-recommend. Pero iba po yung pag-uusapan natin, legislative immunity which is implied or inherent sa Congress or sa Senate for that matter, na kasi meron tayong power of contempt, pwede i-extend yan sa power din to dito. Pero may mga ruling din po dito ang Korte Suprema. At wala naman pong nagdudulog sa Supreme Court. Ginagawa natin ito, as I said, for the longest time, wala naman pong nagko-question. So kung meron magko-question, then we will allow or we'll just wait for the Supreme Court to issue a ruling in this regard. Pero wag po natin pagaluin yung Witness Protection Program sa legislative immunity. Domain lang po natin yung legislative immunity. Now, if anybody wants to question that authority or power, which is inherent, sabi ko nga, no, hindi ito klaro na may power tayo kasi wala naman po talaga sa batas. Pero sa US jurisprudence, meron po yan. Meron tayong pwedeng i-cite. At tayo naman po, minsan sumusunod sa, di ba, nakapattern po tayo sa United States pagdating sa mga jurisprudence. So gusto ko lang i-clarify na iba po yung sinasabi niyong Witness Protection Program at being a state witness in the court of law kesa sa legislative immunity. Those are two different animals.
Mr. Chair, malinaw na malinaw po yun at hindi ko po pinaghahalo. Naiintindihan ko po yun. Ang sinasabi ko lang po, yun pong Witness Protection Program is a better remedy sana kung yun po sana ay napagbigyan. Hindi ko po pinaghahalo yun sabagat malinaw po sa akin, iba po yung course ng legislative inquiry, iba nang po yung remedy na yung po ay ibinibigay legitimately.
Thank you.
ng batas.
Thank you very
Salamat
much,
po.
Senator Marcoleta. So can we continue? Meron ka na lang 25 seconds, so you better wind up because si Senator Jeby is waiting in the wings. No?
Salamat, Mr. Chair. So, Mr. Diskaya, saan nyo binibigay sa kanila ang pera?
Your Honor, kinukuha po minsan ng tao nila.
Saan po?
Your Honor, sa ano po, minsan nagkikita po kami sa, pinupupunta po kami sa ano, sa Shangri-La or minsan po sila po ang pumupunta sa office.
Ang sosyal,
Senator
ah.
Risa,
Yes,
sino
Mr. Chair.
Sino yung nila?
Ano po,
Names, please, names.
yung mga nabanggit ko lang po dito, yung
Okay.
tao po nung nandito po
Thank you.
sa affidavit ko.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At saan nyo nilalagay ang pera pag binibigay nyo sa kanila sa Shang or sa office nyo?
Kadalasan po, Your Honor, ano lang po, nasa paper bag lang po.
Paper bag. Kasha. Saang bangko kayo nagwi-withdraw ng pera?
Your Honor, okay lang po ba? I-consult ko lang po yung legal ko.
Mr.
Counsel.
Chair.
Mr. Chair, if I may, Mr. Chair, with the permission of Senator Risa.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Senator Estrada.
Taon nino to, mga kongresista binanggit mo?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Alright.
Kongresista, tinatanong ko din yung DPWH officials na binabayaran nyo sa QC.
Ano ba yung topic? Mga DPWH officials o
Senator
mga
Estrada.
kongresista?
Your one question is enough. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chair, tinatanong ko yung mga DPWH officials ng Quezon City na inamin ni Mr. Diskaya sa affidavit na binabayaran nila.
Your Honor, pinupupunta po nila kami sa ano, sa office po nila para dalhin.
DPWH office?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Wow. And so
second
paper
na lang.
bag. One,
Oh, you-
my last second, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
No,
Saan ba
your
po
time is
kayo?
up actually.
All right,
But
sir.
you can proceed with your last
My last question. And one last brief manifestation. Kasi tinanong ko na, saang bangko kayo nag-withdraw ng pera?
Your Honor, ano po? Your Honor, okay lang po ba? Tanungin ko muna yung counsel ko.
Tinanong nyo na po kanina.
In the
eh.
meantime, you can
Yes, my last
pag-reserve na lang
manifestation.
yung manifestation sa second round. No? In fairness to the others who are waiting.
Yes, Mr. Chair, it's for the AMLAC. Hopefully, hindi pa sila aalis before 12 noon. Yun lang po yung one paragraph manifestation ko po.
Alright.
Salamat,
Granted.
Mr. Chair. Manifestation lang po, Mr. Chair, or request po sa Chair na isubmit po ng AMLAC sa komite ang kanilang reports na natanggap on suspicious and covered transactions related to contractors and relevant DPWH officials. That's my request, Mr. Chair. And I think, Mr. Chair, Mr. Diskaya is ready to answer saang bangko sila nag-withdraw.
Yes, you may respond.
Your Honor, I invoke po Bank Secrecy Law.